So Google just released MedGemma 1.5, their new state-of-the-art model for medical tasks, and it's also a very small modeling with 4 billion parameters, as we're going to see in a moment. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what is MedGemma 1.5, why it is important, and we're also going to have a very nice hands-on tutorial right here with a very cool notebook that you can also find in the description, where we're going to compare it to some other models, and we're also going to be using it to interpret chest x-rays and CT scans, and also to extract medical information from medical documents. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what is MedGemma 1.5? It is an open source multi-model medical model from Google, and it comes in two sizes. It comes in a 4 billion parameter size and also in a 27 billion parameter size. And it is completely free to use for both research and commercial use, which is very useful. And it was of course released only last week on January 13th. Now, if you want to take a look at the actual model, feel free to go to Hugging Face right here, and you will find the MedGemma release collection right here, which is the one in which you will find all of the MedGemma models. As you can see right here, you have the latest model, which is the MedGemma 1.5 on 4 billion parameters, and you also have these other models, which are the 27 billion parameters and the 4 billion parameters for version 1. However, the one on which we're going to be focusing on today is this one right here, which is of course the latest version of the model. And of course, 4 billion parameters is insane, because this means that this model is capable of running on pretty much any consumer hardware that you can think of. So let's take a look at what is actually new about this model. The version 1 was already pretty good at image interpretation and data extraction. However, something new about the version 1.5 is that it is also very good at interpretation of 3D and volumetric images, which was previously only possible on proprietary models. And as we will see in just a moment in the benchmarks, it ranks very, very closely to state-of-the-art over trillion parameter models. And all of this, of course, running locally. So this is incredible. Let's actually take a look at the benchmarks and start coding with it. Okay, so the first thing to do is we're going to be running this in a Colab notebook, of course. Feel free to run this locally if you prefer. In my case, I'm going to be running it on Colab, and in order to actually benefit from a GPU, I'm going to go right here, change runtime type, and remember to select T4 GPU to actually have the faster completions from this model. Once you have done that, then you can actually start continue with this notebook right here. So the first thing to see right here are the benchmarks. So on the left side, we have the benchmark for text task performance, and it is measuring two benchmarks, the MedQA and the EHRQA, which are basically just questions like the ones that you would find in a medical school exam. So questions like this one. So a 71-year-old black woman comes to physician, blah, 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 and then the model has to give the correct answers. And what has happened is that we have validated this model against this benchmark, and the results are that the new version of the model, which is MedGemma 1.5, shows some significant increase and improvement compared to the previous version of MedGemma, which was MedGemma 1. And right here on the side, we have the medical imaging performance, which is huge. The improvement, it is crazy. As you can see, we have the MedGemma 1.5 in dark blue and the previous version in light blue right here. As you can see, it is just much better at image interpretation and classification. Also, something to keep in mind is that, of course, in this benchmarks, usually you would have in the highest ranks the state-of-the-art proprietary models or open source models as well, but mostly over 1 trillion parameter models, which are of course models that you would have to run in the cloud, which means that your medical data would have to go to the cloud of these providers. In the case of this model right here, and you have a 4 billion parameter model that runs locally with all your data in your computer. Now let's take a look at the actual installation and how to run this model. Okay, so let's actually go into the demo right here. So as you can see, we're going to be installing the dependencies that we need. We're going to be using transformers to run this model. And then after that, we're going to be prompted to get our Hugging Face token. In case you're not familiar with how to get it, remember that all you have to do is go right here to your Hugging Face account, go to Access Tokens, create a new token, and give it access to all the contents of public and gated repos that you can access, get the token, and then just paste it when you're prompted to get it from here. Once that is done, we're going to be using the pipeline functions to actually run this model, and remember that we're going to be loading this model locally. In this case, remember that I'm running this on a T4 GPU. And just remember that you're going to need about 8 gigabytes to run this model. And the first download might take a few minutes, so just keep that in mind. And let's actually start running the whole thing. In order to actually showcase the project and this model, I have 2 different images that you can test in this notebook. Feel free to test this with both images. But here the first image is a rather healthy X-ray, and the second image, which is the one that I have right here, is a way less healthy X-ray, and this is the one that I'm going to be using. And as you can see, also the quality is a little bit lower, so this is going to allow us to also test for lower quality images, but feel free to test with both of these. And of course, if you want a more complete data set of X-rays of lungs, you can also find it right here on the NIH chest X-rays. Okay, and this is a very famous data set with over 100,000 chest X-ray images from more than 30,000 unique patients. So there you go. So let's continue with this. We're going to be using this one right here, as we mentioned before. And the first task for this model is to just generate a general description of the image. So we're going to be sending the image, just like regular image right here, and the text is going to be, describe this chest X-ray. What do you see? Now remember, this is a 4 billion parameter, and it's all running locally right here. And as you can see, we have a noticeable opacity or increased density in the right lung. This could indicate a consolidation like pneumonia, fluid collection, or another abnormality. The left lung appears relatively clear, the heart size appears normal, etc. So as you can see, for a general description, it's already pretty informative. And the task 2 is going to be disease classification. This one right here is going to be a little bit more targeted, so we're going to be asking it, are there any signs of pneumonia, cardiomegaly, or pleural effusion in this X-ray? Provide a detailed analysis, and of course we're going to be sending the image as well. So let's take a look at it. And there we go. So we have the result that based on the chest X-ray images, here is a detailed analysis. We see a presence of pneumonia. There are some patchy opacities in the right lung, particularly in the right lower lobe. This could suggest pneumonia. However, it's difficult to definitely diagnose pneumonia from the single image, jara. As you can see, for a 4 billion parameters that is running locally, this is amazing. And you can of course run this in your machine and no data would go to your inference providers. Let's go to the third task right here, which is anatomical localization. So identify anatomical structures and their locations. And we're going to be using the same image again. So identify and describe the location of the heart, lungs, and any abnormalities in this X-ray. So let's take a look at that. And there we go. We see that the heart is located in the center of the chest, slightly to the left. It appears to be of normal size. The lungs occupy the majority of the chest cavity. There appears to be some increased opacity in the right lung, as we mentioned before. We have the abnormalities, which is of course the right lung opacity. The most notable abnormality is the opacity. This could be due to several factors, including pneumonia, pulmonary edema, pleural effusion, and other pathologies. And of course, something to keep in mind about this whole thing is that even though this model is very good and it runs locally, it is still very important to have a professional interpret the results from these classifications as well. So just to summarize, the model capabilities are that MedGemma 1.5 is very good at medical image classification, as we saw already. We haven't tested it, but I suggest that you try it out. 3D volumetric images is unique to this version and it works great. It is also great at anatomical structure identification, medical QA, and knowledge retrieval. It is great also for document understanding and data extraction. So for example, if you have some medical documents and you want to extract some specific data from them, this is probably the model that you want. And of course, on the performance highlights, we see a much better model than the previous version. And the fine-tuned version has an 80% accuracy compared to a 70% on GPT-4, which is crazy because GPT-4 is an almost 2 trillion parameter model. So That for a 4 billion parameter model that is running locally with all your data completely private is a huge thing. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.